and welcome to Angela and Friends live on Sky 1 HD. It is the middle of the week, and by the time the show's finished, we are going to be an hour closer to the weekend. Now, as well as all of that, we're also going to be joined by these feisty pop princesses. Memories, eh? The amazing Bananarama will be here for a brew and to chat about surviving almost 30 years making perfect pop. Cannot wait. And you do not want to miss these girls. The original girl band that we all wanted to be in, and very definitely the band that would be the most fun on a night out. Bananarama, join us in a few minutes, don't go away. All right, now it is time to meet my lovely guests today. They first hit the charts back in 1981, and millions of albums and 24 top 40 singles later, they're still pumping out the tunes. They once were 3, but now they're 2. Here's Bananarama back in 1987 with one of their biggest hits. Oh, please welcome Keren Woodward and Sarah Dellin. I used to make up dance routines to all of your songs.
So did we. Yeah, that's what you're looking at.
Yeah. You've not changed a bit.
Oh, thank you. Well, that's very sweet.
Do you like watching those back or
That
not?
was one of the more flattering videos. If you showed Ain't What You Do or Shy Boy, I mean, they are horrific.
I'm not sure I should have had that short fringe, though.
Oh, come on.
My face
Why
was
not?
a bit fat in those days. Thin body, fat face. The opposite to now.
Now, when you go and do gigs, do you do all your old classics? Do you do them all?
Yeah.
Which is the most requested? What do people react to the most?
Robert De Niro's waiting, I think.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
What would you react to most?
That's my favourite.
Is that your
Is
favourite
it?
as well?
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, we always used to have builders singing that to us
Yeah.
whenever we walked down the street, yeah.
We all like a builder shouting at us down
Don't
the
we
street.
just?
Now, you've got a new album out, haven't you?
We do, yeah.
And you've got a new single off it, Love Don't Live Here. I think we've got a little clip of it now. Let's take a look. Great. The videos have changed a little bit from the previous ones, haven't they? Do you enjoy that whole experience of making the videos?
I quite enjoy making videos. I absolutely loathe and despise photo shoots.
Oh, really?
Just hate
Because you
them.
never end up looking how you really want to look.
Oh, I quite like
Kate
that
Moss.
sometimes. They kind of do Photoshop
Well,
and make my
I've never
thighs.
really got used to know what to do. Sort of, you know.
Well, they had no
I just
retouching in
don't-
our day, so, you know, luckily we were only 18 when we started.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Oh,
you
that's
know.
all changed now.
Yeah.
Well, you've known each other since you were 4 years
Yeah.
old, haven't you? Have you got on all that time, or have you ever had any fallouts?
Never had any fallouts. Nobody
Really?
believes that, but obviously there were 3 of us in the group originally, and we
Yeah.
did sort of fall out with Siobhan, so maybe, you know, but Keren and I just complement each other.
Do you know what? I do believe you, because Lisa's my best mate and we've never fallen out in all the time.
No.
We've been mates for like 11, 12
I
years.
mean, we lived together. We grew up together and moved away from home and lived together. And then when I eventually sort of moved out, we moved into houses next door to each other.
And then she abandoned me for Cornwall.
Oh, you have fallen out. There it is. There it is.
There it is.
We can do it out now. We can get to the root of the problem.
But I'm back.
But you are back.
Yes.
You are back. Now, have your fans grown up with you, or have you found that you've gained a load of new fans?
It's a real mixed bag at the shows, isn't it? I think a lot of parents come and bring their kids along, and the kids also know the music. I suppose it's what they grew up with, a bit like we might have grown up with stuff that might be slightly before our time.
What do you think of all the groups that are coming up through now, like the Saturdays and Girls Aloud and all these kind of new groups? Do you listen to them? Do you like them?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're for much younger people than us, but they started in a very different way to us. So in that respect, I don't think we have much in common. But obviously, we are all female, artists. But they are manufactured, and obviously they may go on to write their own stuff. But when we started, we formed our own group and wrote our own material. So we would kind of see ourselves in a different way.
What do you think of the charts then at the moment? Do you feel that it's kind of quite full of manufactured bands, or who are you listening to?
I think you have people like Lady Gaga who have just sort of, they are a sort of creation in some ways. I think with a lot of the sort of pop stuff, it's so styled that you can almost not tell one from the other. I mean, if you look at our old stuff, as you've seen, a lot of our stuff was homemade and certainly put together, and we never had an entourage. It was very do-it-yourself, hair, makeup, styling, and I think that sort of makes you create your own personality, which most bands had in the 80s. Everyone had their own look.
Do you ever meet any of the bands? Are they starstruck when they meet you? If you meet
they're so sweet, most of them. We actually spent an evening last week with Emma Bunton, who was gorgeous.
She said her first ever show she went to was the Bananarama one.
But that's the thing is, people will have grown up listening to your music, and I would imagine that you are the pinnacle. You've done so much. Well, everyone would want to. I always wanted to be in Bananarama, so
I think it was very achievable in those days, because if you looked at us, you could dress like us, and you could
really
almost pretend to be.
There were no other girl groups for little girls to look up to, so I think that's probably why we became so successful initially.
Well, we had Boy George on. Was it last week? I think it was last week that we had him on. And there's this whole kind of 80s revival. Do you still keep in touch with Boy George? We
do bump into him, from time to time. We became famous slightly before him, and he was really upset about that.
He used to be backstage at things and say, "That'll be me there next year." And you think,
really?
Sure you were, and then whoa, and then behold, there he was.
What do you think of this kind of whole 80s revival then? Because you've got Duran Duran and Spandau and everyone reforming back up.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't do 80s shows for years. I mean, we did our own shows and did all the hits, and now we quite often do the sort of 80s festivals and things up and down the country. And they're fantastic for people because you get all different acts doing all the hits for hours on end, and it's just a fantastic show. So it's great fun for us.
What have you got left to achieve now? Because you've broken all the records, you've sold so many records. Is there something that you've got left?
Our own TV show.
Would you? Is that what you would like? Oh, we'll have a chat to Sky.
I don't know. I mean, we've
been
always
offered
quite
a
enjoyed
couple of
what we're
comedy
doing.
drama things, which we're kind of quite interested in doing. So.
And maybe getting into acting?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
But let's see how the first
thing
one
is, with
goes.
us, we've never ever sort of broken out on our own because we always like that safety in numbers. It's like, I'll do it if you do it.
So have you done a pilot for a?
We just were accosted the other night and asked if we
been
wanted
talking
to be
to a
in
writer.
something, so, yeah.
Oh, for any particular channel?
Can't possibly say at this
Oh,
point in case it doesn't happen.
No, but if you say something, then they'll make sure it happens.
No, can't. No.
Oh, I really tried. Can I be in it? Yeah. Anyway, it's time for a dead quick break now, but these two lovely ladies are going to be staying with us after the ads, when we are going to be talking about those headline-grabbing bikinis for 7-year-olds. Disgusting. Plus how to look several years younger and a whole lot more glamorous just by grooming your eyebrows. And don't miss the reveal of our brow makeover at the end of the show. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a minute.